Oop oop and oop to you too. Hello humans, my name is Dael Kingsmill and today I have for you a mythology video, another Norse video today because a lot of you have been requesting them, and also I thought what with the blood moon having happened this week, it'd be a nice little idea to dip into concepts from mythology as to how eclipses and things like the blood moon happen. It's also one of those stories where we get to find out where a bunch of words we use on a day-to-day basis come from, which I always find really exciting. I mean, like, why are Earth, Moon, and Sun some of the only heavenly bodies that we regularly talk about which aren't named after Roman or Greek mythology? Why? Where do those words come from? Day and night, where do we get these? Where do we get them from? I'll tell you where we get them from. We get them from Norse mythology. So when the world was created, there was a woman, a Jotun, named Night. And she was dark and swarthy and a bit of a go-getter. And during the course of creation, she managed to have 3 whole marriages and a child within each of them. In fact, Night was the mother of a daughter named Jörd, or Earth, a beautiful, brilliant, shining son whose name was Daga, or Day, and another son whose name was Aude. Don't know much about him, but hey, there we go already. We got day, we got night, we got the earth. Hey! But soon as the Aesir raised the skull of the great giant Ymir up into the, well, I was gonna say sky to become the sky, up into the void, the yawning void, the Gununga gap, creepy word. They took his skull, they made it the sky. And Odin elected for night and day to fly across this brand new sky at regular intervals to create the day and night cycle to help humans tell the time. Then Odin and his brothers went and they took some of the embers from the flaming realm of Muspelheim, way down south, the opposite end of Niflheim, the frosty realm, and they placed them up in the sky to create the stars and the moon and the sun. Lots of embers to make the sun. So, like, whoa, loads and loads of embers, like, wow. And the stars knew their place or would follow the courses set for them by Odin. But the sun and the moon would need someone to guide them. A short while after humans had been created, a story we'll get to another time, 2 siblings were born, and they were simply gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful people. My word. And so the Aesir, the Norse gods, elected that Sol, or Sanna, the sister, would become the sun, and that Mani, the brother, would become the moon. Each of them was provided a horse-drawn chariot with which to drive their charge across the sky. And it's noted that the heat from the sun as Sol was driving was so intense that the gods had to provide cooling mechanisms for her horses, Early Riser and Strong Guy? What's the other horse's name? Olsvid, which means all swift. Cause baby, now we got bad blood. They had to provide, in some versions, cooled irons to keep the horses from overheating, or in some versions, little like pockets of wind that would just keep them nice and air conditioned while they ran across the skies. She also had to have a person standing on the chariot with her, shielding the heat from the sun with a shield, because otherwise everything would catch fire, because it was just that hot. It's the sun. Mani, on the other hand, had it relatively easy. He was just driving the moon, picking and choosing when it was gonna wax and wane. New moon, full moon, you know. He's just got that cycle going on. Although he did kidnap 2 children to help him with that. But either way, once again, these 2 were established as ways to help tell time as the months and years and days and hours and all that sort of stuff went by. But it wasn't just all dandy and roses. Like I said at the beginning, this is about an eclipse story. So exactly what is it that causes the blood moon? Well, elsewhere, in a place called the Iron Wood, a giantess was giving birth to a brood of gigantic wolves, 2 of which were named Skoll and Hati. These 2 were set into the sky to hunt down and chase Sol and Mani at great speed. As Sol races through the daytime, trying as hard as she can to escape from this gigantic wolf going faster and faster and faster, she sees beside her another wolf, Hati, chasing after her brother in really just scary quick pursuit. It's already known to all involved that Eventually, one day, the wolves will catch up, and Hati will tear into Mani, devouring him and spraying the sky with blood, staining the moon red. The sun in turn will also be devoured, leaving us with two very distinctly eclipse-like stories. Of course, these events do signal the beginning of Ragnarok. However, given the immensely cyclical nature of Norse mythology, I don't think it'd be too problematic to assume that this story cycle, the eclipse cycle, was allowed to happen more than one time. But maybe that's just me. Let me know what you think. This is, after all, one of those stories that we have to piece together from lots of separated bits and pieces, because it's not exactly one narrative whole. But I do hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. If you did, then seriously consider hitting that like button, because that way I know that you enjoy these videos. Other ways that you could support me and this channel and these storytelling mythology videos is by sharing this video on your favorite social media website, Twitter, Facebook. I'm in fact on lots of those websites. You can find my links in the description below. Leave me a comment letting me know if you want me to do more Norse mythology, because I do enjoy doing these. Sometimes it's harder to research, but I do enjoy Norse mythology very, very much. I feel like I learn lots every time I put in the research to make one of these videos. Even if I already know the story, I always learn new things. If you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel. I'd be very grateful to have you. And I can't think of anything else that I need to say, so I believe that for now that's it. I'm done, and I'll see you some other time. Was also known as Sana, or Suna, Suna. All you Scandinavians who watch my channel, let me know in the comments below.